Wat. Hello, this is Anthony and welcome to another video. Usually the WAT series will focus on languages themselves, but today I thought I'd talk about a library that's pretty ubiquitous to the Python ecosystem, pyyaml. As you've probably already guessed from the title, I'll be showing you just how WAT the pyyaml library is. Let's dive in. Alright, so let's start by installing pyyaml. And today we're going to be using version 3.12, which is the current latest. So YAML adds an interesting feature to configuration languages called tags, and what tags allow you to do is represent stuff that's difficult to otherwise represent in a configuration file, such as binary data. pyyaml takes these tags and adds a few from Python. So for example, it adds the tuple tag, which allows you to encode a tuple inside your configuration file. It also adds the Python module tag, which, as a side effect of loading this configuration, it will import whatever module you specify. So for instance, when you import this, it prints out the Zen of Python. If you haven't read this before, I would suggest opening an interpreter and doing import this. You'll see if we run this again, we don't get the same side effect because module import time only happens once. pyyaml also adds the Python name, which in this case will import the join function out of the os.path module and return it to us. So far this is a little bit WAT, but not really strange, not evil. So next, let's look at the Python object apply tag. This is where things get a little bit scary. So Python object apply will call the print function and pass in these arguments. So as a side effect of loading this configuration, it prints oh hi. And if you can print, then surely you can eval. WAT. But why stop at eval? Why not get a system shell? Yeah. So this is a little bit scary, and we'll show a few ways to make pyyaml less awful by default. So the way that you make YAML error when attempting to use any of these custom Python tags is by using the safe-load function. This will prevent things like opening system shells or importing modules as side effects of loading configuration. But this isn't the end of terrible defaults. YAML.safeload is implemented in pure Python, so this means it's slow by default in CPython. If you're ever using YAML, I would suggest using this pattern so that you're using a fast and safe loader. So that's all I have for today. Hope you guys have a WAT one.